Hey guys, this is Delphine with a Japanese lesson on the CultureQuirk channel. So today we'll be going over another particle, this time the possessive particle no, which is actually one of the easiest particles, so hooray for that. However, do make sure to pay close attention to this since there will be another interactive game at the end. So let's get started. Now when used in its possessive form, no simply shows, well, possession. So for example, if something belongs to someone, in a lot of cases you can think of no as an apostrophe s. So if hon means book, then Delphine no hon means Delphine's book. The apostrophe s in English shows that this book is in my possession, and the particle no does the exact same thing. Another example, here is a stuffed animal, which in Japanese is nuigurumi, and here is its ear, which in Japanese is mimi. So, nuigurumi no mimi is the stuffed animal's ear. Nuigurumi no tomodachi means the stuffed animal's friend. So, just like in English, simply showing possession of something doesn't mean that it actually belongs to you. You could be talking about things like your job, or your school, or other people as well. That works the same in both languages, so thank goodness for that. Now, the apostrophe s thing doesn't always quite work. So for example, if I said watashi no hon, that would still mean that I have the book. The sentence would mean my book. Or how about this one? Nuigurumi no hirari. Remember those direction words? You would use the particle no in this situation, but it's starting to be a little bit difficult to think of this as a possessive particle. So another word that you can replace no with to help you understand is of, although you have to be a little careful using this one. The examples might sound a little bit weird now, but it'll still make some sense, such as the ear of the stuffed animal, or to the left of the stuffed animal. But then in Japanese, you have to flip the phrase around. Instead of to the left of the stuffed animal, you have nuigurumi no hidari. Aside from directions, you can also use no for noun modifiers, which might also not make very much sense with the whole possessive particle thing. So for example, rekishi no hon. You can't really say history's book. I mean, this book doesn't belong to the subject of history or anything, but if we use our trick with the word of instead, then it would be the book of history, which makes a little more sense. And again, it's flipped around in Japanese, so rekishi no hon. I think the order of everything might be the trickiest part of this lesson. So while it might be helpful for you to understand it if you think of when apostrophe s doesn't work, it might be more trouble than it's worth since you have to flip things around, so if it's confusing you, just don't worry about it. My last point for this lesson is that you can actually use no multiple times in a sentence. In fact, you can use a lot of them if you need to. So, to the right of my book would be watashi no hon no migi. Maybe a little bit tricky at first, but it's not too bad, and it's a lot easier to do this kind of thing in Japanese than it is in English. See how many no particles you can string together in one sentence. It's kind of fun. Honestly, once you spend some time studying no, it'll become much easier for you to use, easier than most particles at least, and you won't be translating into English every time you want to use it. A bunch of examples are key, so just pay attention to the order of the words every time you see the possessive particle no, and over time it'll come to you naturally. So I have another little interactive adventure game for you if you want to quiz yourself, so whenever you're ready, just click on this annotation and it'll take you to that video. Thanks for watching, see you next week, and happy learning!